Hello! In this video, I'm going to give you a general overview of what Metabanq is. So what is Metabanq? Metabanq is a website that you can go to that acts as a consolidated place for all technical information about your job while also functioning as one central location for all production metadata. So I'm going to start by clicking on the logo here to log in. And once I get in, I will see every project that I have access to within this page. So I will enter into that project, and from here you're automatically taken into the dashboard. Now we have a few different tabs on the top, but let's jump right into the database. So if we click on database, master database, we'll see in here we have a row for every individual shot that was recorded, and every column is a different piece of metadata that we're tracking. So obviously there is a lot of data within here. However, if we'd like, we could switch and think of it like Avid. If you're familiar to the column layout function, we could switch to look at just hard drives, and then you could see exactly what shot is on what hard drive. Or let's say we wanted to look at sound, or if we wanted to look at notes, LTOs, color, etc. They all have their own view. However, if you go to the all view, you see everything. So within here, you can also filter. So if I knew I wanted to look for day 2, I could filter by typing into here and it would filter everything there. If I only wanted to see everything from take 2, you could filter there as well. You could do a search across the overall page, and I can hit refresh on the top left here to refresh the screen. I'm going to go into more details on some of the specific tools like these within other specific videos, so I just want to stick to a general overview for this section. Now all of this information feeds into the dashboard, and so within the dashboard we can see the majority of the shots have been circle takes, specifically 293 shots versus 47 non-circles. We can see the different codecs that have been recorded, the cameras used, different resolutions that have been shot, and camera formats. So the actual container format. We can see how much media was shot for 101 versus 102 versus 103. Now this is shot for those episodes, not shot during. And then we can see the last day that's been added to the database was this. We can see that if we pull out another camera, we know that all these letters are free. And we can see that if you pull out D camera that maybe you haven't used in a couple weeks, D9 is the next mag to roll because D8 is the last mag you've recorded. So I'll scroll up, and at the top here, I'll also touch on the technical info section. So within here, any technical info that we gather during the startup of a job for on-set workflows. So as an example, on-set color, there was a DIT on this job. This person was live grading using slog2, legal using live grade. They were using a Flanders monitor, it was an OLED, blah, blah, blah. So all of this information is tracked. And how many backups were they making? Were they checksum? When are they green-lit to delete media? Okay, let's see the second backup. This one happens to not have a checksum, etc. So then if we go up, the dailies lab, all the specs for the dailies lab are in here as well, including all the different screeners. So in this case, it's DVD ISO, and that's the only one. Then if we go over to editorial, we have some information for editorial as well as the VFX pulls. So this is a nice way, if you're ever wondering exactly what happened on set, you have all of this information logged here. And lastly, I'm going to touch on the assets here. We'll continue to expand on this, but one of the things that we do have right now is that you can go in, you can click here into the LUTs, and you can see that there are any of the individual LUTs that have been used you could download and work with here. Now I've got another video on exactly how to automate downloading the appropriate LUTs for the correct shots based on an EDL, but that is in another video. So that's the general overview. Essentially, it's a giant spreadsheet feeding into a dashboard and aggregating metadata that we take from various sources. So we'll take the sound metadata from the sound mixer, we'll take script notes from the script supervisor and dailies notes and the camera metadata. It all gets aggregated into here, put all into the correct columns, and then we can do things with that data like this dashboard and like offering tools and custom functions to use that information to automate certain tasks or certain questions that you may have.